Welcome to the third module of this lesson on network security.
In this lesson, you will learn about networks, types of networks, and the key responsibilities of a network administrator. You will also learn about network security, wireless security, and the importance of using firewalls, as well as network passwords and router security. Finally, you will learn about good password policies and biometric security.
To start, click the Next button.
A computer network is an interconnection of several computer systems. The network provides many benefits, such as cheaper communication in real time, and information and resource sharing. Based on the requirement and usage, computers can be networked in a variety of ways. Common connection methods include local area network, or LAN, and wide area network, or WAN. Computers connected together within a room, a building, or a set of nearby buildings form a local area network, or LAN. An example of a LAN is two or more computers connected together in an office. Wireless LAN, or WLAN, is exactly what the name says. It is a LAN without cables. An example of a WLAN is two or more computers connected together in a small office without wires.
Unlike the LAN, the WAN, or wide area network, covers a relatively larger geographical area. A WAN usually consists of two or more LANs. An example of a WAN is an interconnected computer network for an organization that has multiple offices spread across a large geographic area. A virtual private network, or VPN, is a network that uses public telecommunications infrastructure, such as the Internet, to provide remote offices or individual users with secure access to their organization's network.
A network administrator oversees the management of computer systems and is responsible for setting up and maintaining hardware and software systems that make up a computer network. A network administrator ensures that the network is secure, available, and ready for use. Depending on a computer network size, organizations may have one or multiple network administrators. The responsibilities of a network administrator include monitoring the network and ensuring the network has ample capacity to take care of organizations' needs. This work may include testing the network for weaknesses, keeping the network up to date with the latest developments, installing and implementing security programs, applying and monitoring email and Internet filters, and evaluating and implementing network management software. Now that we've discussed computer networks, let's talk about the role of a firewall in ensuring network security. A firewall is a program or a hardware device that filters the information coming from the Internet connection to a private network or a computer system. A firewall can implement security rules to control the traffic flowing in and out of the network. Firewalls use one or a combination of three key methods to control the flow of traffic to and from the system. The first method is one-packet filtering, in which small chunks or packets of data are analyzed through a set of filters. Packets that make it through the filters are sent to the requesting system, while the rest are discarded. The second method is a two-proxy service. Information from the Internet is first retrieved by the firewall and then sent to the requesting system, and vice versa. The third method, three-stateful inspection, is a newer method that doesn't examine the contents of each packet. Instead, the firewall compares certain parts of the packet with a database of trusted information before deciding what data to filter through and what to discard. What is the difference between this and the others? Firewalls may have certain limitations. For example, firewalls cannot protect users from Internet attacks that utilize common ports and applications. Firewalls are also incapable of protecting a system from any malicious programs hidden in email attachments. Connecting your desktop, laptop, tablet or other mobile device to a network is easy. Network connections can either be wired or wireless. A wired connection requires a cable for connecting a computer to a hub. Wired connections are generally faster and more secure and dependable. Hence, they should be used for the transmission of sensitive or personal data. Wireless networks do not require a wire for connecting wireless-ready computers to a hub. Most of the latest devices like tablets, smartphones and laptops are wireless-ready devices. Some television sets, generally called smart TVs, are also wireless-ready. It is important to enable security on your Wi-Fi network. This means anybody accessing your Wi-Fi network requires a security key set by you to access and use it. Absence of a security key makes a network open and vulnerable. Unwanted users may also abuse your connection and may use it for malicious purposes, such as sending viruses. A wireless network can be protected from intrusion or attacks using a number of methods. A commonly used wireless security mechanism is Wired Equivalent Privacy, or WEP. When you enable WEP, you set up a network security key. This key encrypts the information that one computer sends to another computer across a network. However, WEP is an old network security method that is not adequately secure. Wi-Fi Protected Access, or WPA, encrypts information and ensures that the network security key has not been modified. WPA also ensures that only authorized people can access the network. There are two types of WPA authentication methods, WPA and WPA2. To increase wireless network security, it is possible to program a corporate Wi-Fi access point to accept only certain MAC addresses and filter out the rest. The MAC control works like call blocking on a telephone. If a computer with an unknown MAC address tries to connect, the access point will not allow it to enter. Network security is an important concept, and it deals with securing networks and information while working on a secured or an unsecured network. An effective network security strategy requires identifying threats and then choosing the most effective set of tools to combat them. An unsecured network or public network has no protection. Connecting to an unsecured or public network gives an opportunity to a hacker to intercept data coming from and going to your computer. A network connection is required before accessing a network, whether it's wired or wireless. A protected network requires a network security key to connect to it, while an unprotected network does not require any network key.
Let's see how you can connect to a wireless network with your computer. Start by clicking on the network icon at the bottom right of the taskbar. Then click on the arrow to the right of the Wi-Fi icon and select your Wi-Fi network name. Click on the Connect button. Then enter the password for your Wi-Fi network. Your computer is now connected to your wireless network. As you can see, the network icon at the bottom right of the taskbar has changed.
A router is a medium of communication between networks. Home and office routers help the local network to connect to the Internet and exchange information. Default system settings of common routers are publicly available on the Internet. A user having access to the network, with or without security, could easily access the router and misuse the system. Therefore, once your router has been installed, you should change its default settings. Let's look at the steps that you should follow to secure your router. Open any browser and type the web address of your router. An example of an IP address to access a router might be 192.168.1.1. Type the default username and password of the router. The information is generally available in the user manual provided with the router. After logging in, look for an option to change the password. Type the new password to secure the router. Do not use the default settings. You should follow certain guidelines for setting up a strong password. The password should contain at least 8 characters, with a combination of letters, numbers, and special characters such as hash, star, dash, or $. Avoid using anything in sequence while creating the password. For example, do not use ABCDE or 12345. Moreover, avoid using your name or any other identifiable information that can be easily guessed by those who know you. Keep changing the password at regular intervals. Do not share passwords with anyone. Also, avoid the habit of writing down passwords. When a system contains highly sensitive information, then it is always advisable to have extra security checks in place, such as biometric identification, to minimize any chance of unauthorized access. Biometric authentication refers to the identification of humans by their characteristics or traits like fingerprints, retina scan, or face scan. There are several biometric devices to enhance security of systems. The most commonly used biometric application is a fingerprint scanner, which is used to open locked doors. It generally involves reading the thumbprint and matching it with the thumbprint data stored in the database.
Knowledge check. Practical exercises.
You have completed the lesson Network Security.
In this lesson, you learnt about different network types and the roles of a network administrator. You learnt about network security, including wireless security, the importance of firewalls, network passwords, and router security. Finally, you learnt about good password policies and biometric security.